Hey, we're live, I think. And hopefully nothing stops working. Yeah, the grind already started setting in, so I'm sitting here trying to replay this game, and I'm like, let's live stream this or something. I need any change of state a little bit, because these are going to be mega episodes in general, I think. Because it's hard game to do commentary for. Didn't mess with my performance at all. It's live streaming, did it? It might have, I don't know. It's probably fine. I'm sorry, coin collector? Oh, the dilettante. That's the guy that, yeah, that's the guy that talks about hunting. Probably never talked to him.
Great stuff here.
Trade your old scrolls and coins and gems. Costs you 5 of whatever that thing is called. So you can get a bunch of EX things. Doesn't tell you what they're worth though. Why would you buy a recipe if you don't even know how good the item's going to be, necessarily? I might want to consider this, though. Let's see. My equipment, Cutlass EX. What type of weapon is it called, specifically? It's just called a Cutlass?
It's your business. I've got some great stuff here.
I'm just not super... Why can't they just... Maybe they could just show me my weapon? That'd be kind of handy, right? I don't see Cutlass listed in here. I want to see if I could buy like a higher rank one and then craft it. But I don't see the Cutlass mentioned.
I appreciate your business.
There's just a lot going on in this game that's actually kind of like hard to follow about its crazy-ass meta system.
Hey, get on in here.
So we can just buy a bunch of crazy-ass weapons. It doesn't mention not being able to use them, but I could imagine tragically buying them than not being able to use them. And they all have like the same damage that I already have.
Come again.
See, where's just a regular vendor? I think the frame rate's finally dropping a bit by being in a crowded area. Dear Lord, there's so many... I just need a normal store. This dude will only help assassinate Dong Zhuo if I get healing items. I just need a regular store. How do you find a regular store? I'm not sure what they want from me. Beasts are destroying my fields. Could you hunt them down for me? That sounds like it won't help me defeat Dong Zhuo at all.
I've got some great stuff here.
You can purchase specialty items at a trading post. The items will then be available depending on location. They change day to day. Vitality powder. Should I just buy 1,000 vitality powder? Probably. I mean, that's basically what I needed. Sure. There's no really fast way to get there, is there? So right now I'm trying to help a retired assassin so we can go take out Dong Zhuo. But the dude's got an injured... He took an arrow to the knee, and I'm not joking. So he's bothered about the locked gates. We're supposed to be assassinating Dong Zhuo. I think they even might have said tonight, but I think enough time has passed that that's out the window. So if you're one of the people watching this live right now, I think it's just going to be a series of unscheduled streams with like no prompting of when they're going to happen. It's just going to suddenly pop up. It's just going to be my natural recording schedule. Oh my god, I just took that guy out Final Destination style. The entire fence just flew straight at him and speared him. Oh man.
Ah! This should definitely work. Let me give you some useful information. I know the very best place to get into Luoyang. I used to use it all the time. My old allies might still be found near it. You should try asking one of them.
Training. Oh, now he's level 14. It's actually lower than me now. I gained enough levels just kind of wandering around. This game has the strangest structure. Die! No, well, tried. It's just gonna break the wall with my face. What's it say? Oh, look around town, discovering a hideaway. He's supposed to be giving me a way in. I have no idea how to do the discovering a hideaway thing. You're straight up flashing at me. That might be important. Last mission, I was just fighting my way through a mission, so I was like, alright, yeah, I get this. But this time around, I'm actually, like, not sure what I'm doing. Ah. More Mario Rabbids. I beat it. It's over. I need to watch the stamina meter. Question: can horse swim? Oh, that was a collision. That was an interesting collision you had there. Oh, yeah. I know. Okay, I know just the thing. I just. All right. Well. That's fine. Hideaway 1. In each area, there are locations called hideaways. After purchasing a hideaway, you'll be able to use it, and you'll be able to fast travel to its location as well.
I see.
I could just make this place mine. I think I'm out of money, though. Kind of used it on healing items.
Actually...
Would you like to purchase this beautiful home for only 30,000 gold? I don't not have that much money, you lunatic. Are you insane? You're insane. I have 4,000. I spent half that on healing items just now. Why would I want a hideaway? I don't plan on staying here long term. Got things to do. So what do you suggest I do if I want to just assassinate the tyrant right now? Move to the location of the mission, assassinate tyrant? Yes? Is that just going to take me back to Cao Cao? It took me where I already was. Alright. Thanks for the help. I mean, it's selected. I could just follow the line and see how it goes. I'm apparently 5 levels higher than him because I de-leveled him with that objective. That gets closed. Right? Wait, can I just beat the gate open? Is that a thing? I don't think that the vibrating is meant to suggest that you can, in fact, just beat it down. Might be able to just jump the fence. I suppose. If I don't get spotted by a lookout, I'm good, right? I keep trying to run with that button. Can I jump up here? Oh, that's not what I was going for. This music. Okay, the guitar coming in kind of changed it. Oh, it changed out. Oh. I thought they were playing like some sort of weird, like... Yeah. It's like a vaguely like Dynasty Warriors sounding like Mission Impossible, like stealth mission song or something. Oh, weird. Oh, it keeps fading between the two songs. Concealment and discovery. When enemies discover the player, they will attack. If you have not been discovered, field of view of your enemies will be displayed in the minimap. The field of vision will change depending on the time and weather. And by pressing Y, you can crouch, making it even more difficult to be seen if they're like tall or something. Launching assaults. Position yourself a certain distance away from the enemy without being discovered. You can launch an assault by pressing Y. If the assault is successful, you can deal the enemy a massive amount of damage. In addition, all enemy units will be put into a state of panic, making it more difficult for the enemy to discover you. By launching assaults effectively, you'll be able to defeat your enemies one after another. I'm crouching. That means I'm invisible.
Huh? Who are you? What are you doing here?
The music was fading in and out when I did that.
The melody I heard when I was rescued. I should play it before I forget it.
Kai Wenji's playing her song. What's that gonna do? That guy lost me, apparently.
What moving music? I want to listen to it more closely.
What lovely music. Where is it coming from? Let's go and find out.
She's distracting all of the guards. That's funny. So Dongzhuo's like straight ahead. Is he gonna go away, or where's he going?
Okay.
Oh, he sees me. We need to defeat him before he spots us. I think he spotted us already, didn't he? The stealth seems garbage in this. Where's the sentry? Wait, where'd he go? Oh no, it's Li Zhu. I think he's coming after me. You can't see me, I'm crouching. That's how crouching works in video games. Stop it. Hey you, how you doing?
Sounds like someone has been telling tales. Yes, I had a bit of a reputation. We were famous for stealing from castles. Walls? Get a grappling hook.
Get a grappling hook? Yeah, I know that. Like, that's how I got here. Oh. Can I go up there, though? I'm not sure if I even understand what intended play is right now. They'll never spot me because I'm crouching. Shit.
I cannot let you pass, no matter how many of you there may be.
No matter how many of you there may be. He increased security along the road leading to the Imperial Palace. Oh no. What will I do? He still got his 2 halberds, and also he can't reach me. Is he gonna come all the way up here? Can he path over here? Oh, he's gone. He's out of draw distance. Zheng Liao. Zheng Liao, friend. Zheng Liao. Yeah, Twilight Imperium rules are still in the description of the stream. I'm not deleting them. I'll have to find them again. What are the hell are stream descriptions for anyway? I don't know where he went. He's gone. Alright, well, I'm gonna go kill your leader now. Oh, now I'm inside. The grappling hook seems to break everything. I'm not sure if it makes sense in this game. It's like, sure, I could fight my way in, or I could just walk in here, or... Anyway, this increased security seems to be paying off so far. Just gonna crouch my way in here. I don't... Where did Zhang Liao go? He's like, I'm gonna get you, and then he just disappeared. They'll never see me now. Oh, I can't save because I'm inside their base.
Who are you? How did you get in here? Huh? I recognize you. You're one of Cao Cao's men. So, Cao Cao, you wish to make an enemy of me? Do you? Lu Bu, cut this imbecile to shreds.
Huh. What a pathetic charade. I will end this foolishness now.
So, that's Lu Bu. I doubt I'll be able to deal with Dong Zhuo after facing him. Forgive me, Cao Cao. I am left with little choice but to retreat. This can't be.
Oh no, I have to retreat. It's Lu Bu. I swear that actually, oh my god, suddenly there's a bunch of people. I think the voice acting in this game actually sounds like me voice acting, which is alarming.
This can't be.
Anyway, even though he's lower level than me, apparently, he's apparently super scary. And my objective is now to run, which is very easy because I have a grappling hook.
The enemy is going to attack us here. Everyone prepare to defend this spot.
I can't tell if this game's designed for the grappling hook to exist in it or not. It's really weird. It's really weird. Anyway, bye. I'm gonna escape Liu Yang real quick. BRB. I did it.
It seems that Dong Zhuo constantly has Lu Bu by his side. He must place great trust in him. Either that, or he simply mistrusts everybody else. As long as Lu Bu is with him, it's going to be rather difficult to assassinate Dong Zhuo.
We can always find another way to deal with Dong Zhuo. Although, we should worry more about the fact that he's currently the one targeting us.
It seems he's no longer in Luoyang. What is our next move, Cao Cao?
Our attempts at a more subtle approach have failed. So now, we have no choice but to try and amass the strength we require to overcome him.
Strength? So you mean raise an army? In that case, we should probably head to Qiao first.
I get it. If we're raising an army, Qiao is the perfect place for it, since we're where our lord is from. There must be numerous people there willing to follow him.
Yes. We leave for Qiao immediately.
Every time a conversation ends, we have that crazy-ass moment where everyone, like, jump scares me. Oh, they didn't... There's just no writing. Like, it's not writing. The dialogue is just, here is what we must do next. You're right, that is what we must do. And we must do it because of this. Now we must do it. Let's do it now.
Welcome back, everybody. While you were gone, we received a letter from Master Yuan Shao.
From Yuan Shao? Let me see it. The traitor Dong Zhuo must be punished. We call upon those who wish to put an end to his tyranny to assemble in Luoyang. This is quite the call to arms. It doesn't entirely seem like a move Yuan Shao would make, though.
Cao Cao, is this what you meant when you said you'd take care of things?
Indeed. Once my move failed, I knew Dong Zhuo's gaze would turn towards Yuan Shao due to our friendship. As such, Yuan Shao would be forced to make a move. I simply gave him a gentle push to ensure he didn't back out. With his family's reputation, it is easy for him to send out the call to arms to take down Dong Zhuo. Huh. It seems Yuan Shao actually did the honorable thing for a change.
I had no idea you were thinking so far beyond the failed assassination attempt. You're really something, my lord.
However, we cannot rest just yet. Dong Zhuo will resort to bribes and threats to drive a wedge between the coalition members. We must end this before that happens.
Okay. I see how we must proceed forward. But what are you planning to do about your army? In addition to troops, you're going to need equipment and supplies.
I can sell my personal effects in order to raise the funds we require. I barely stay here as it is.
You're really committing to this, my lord. There's no turning back now.
Let's get moving.
Everyone whips out their weapons, then puts them away again. So Chad is asking if there's a non-English option. There is. You can do Japanese, but I can't look away from this train wreck. No way. This is fascinating. It is a mess. Oh, Cao Hung must go in there now. Oh wait, JK, he has to run back out now with his axe he runs around with. What are you doing? Alright, well. Wow. Please let us hear Chinese. You seem to be mistaken, and you seem to think that this game has Chinese voice acting, even though it's because it's set in China. But no, it has English and Japanese. Those are the two options. This is, this game is fascinating. I'm just so confused by everything about its performance. Alright, so we need to rendezvous with Yuan Shao, who's way the hell over there? Oh, he's really far away. Oh, he's really far away. Can I go there? No. Because warping there from nearby is way faster than going there from here, honestly. That's a lot. Wow, that's a lot of people with faces in there. It's a dense number of officers. Can I recruit them? Chen Gong, you're a named officer from with my own crew.
Master Cao Cao boldly attempted to assassinate the corpulent tyrant Dong Zhuo. This was an act of true courage. And this courage has drawn many warriors to him. I, myself, am one of those warriors. I intend to prove my worth to Master Cao Cao.
Okay. Can I play as you, please? How do I play as you guys? Hey, it's Cao Ren.
Hey, Cao Ren. Why are you always so serious? You used to be, well, quite a bit more, how should I put it? Mischievous. That's the word.
Speak no more of it. I'm a very different person now. I would prefer that you not bring up my past.
Who's over here? I imagine every one of these dots is a... Yeah, there's Dianwei, so they're all named characters.
Are you sure it's okay? I'm the one protecting you, my lord.
Dianwei, you shouldn't worry about such things. Cao Cao saw all he needed to make his decision. Just because you may have been a lowly ruffian before, doesn't mean you'll always be one. You have earned Cao Cao's trust, as well as a new start for yourself.
Dianwei, if Xiahou Dun vouches for you, There is nothing for you to worry about. So, can I count on you to protect me?
Of course, my lord. I'll guard you with my life.
So they have special dialogue where like he's saying like yeah and crap like that, like it's almost like more slangy type dialogue, but it doesn't work when he sounds like he's reading it from the script in real time. Like it's supposed that the whole point of that kind of writing is to make it sound like somebody's speaking naturally, and that's not what's happening.
Master Li Dian, you seem to place great value on your sense of intuition. How can you put so much trust in what is simply a gut feeling?
It's not a matter of whether I trust them or not. I can't explain it. But it just hits me. Of course, not being able to explain it annoys me more than anyone. Oh, I just got another one. Eugene, I have a feeling you and I are going to get along great.
Thank you, Master Li Dian. Somehow, I get that feeling too.
Ah, so this is where you went.
This should be enough. I used up everything my grandfather left me to outfit this group. This is my entire force, assembled here. Let's go. We don't want to keep Yuan Shao waiting.
One moment, please. My lord, I have come all this way to fight for you.
But you, aren't you from the Hu district? Are you saying you rode all this way for me?
That's correct. I heard that you were declaring yourself, Uncle, and I couldn't stay away. And besides, I had to join you, because we are under the same sky.
I see. I hadn't expected you, but I am glad that you came. All right, Shio. The 1,000 League Pawn of the Cow family. You will be in the forefront of my battles.
Huh.
I'm actually not totally sure how long I can do this for.
As the vanguard for Cao Cao's glorious army. It is my duty to forge a path through those that stand in our Lord's way. I look forward to fighting by your side.
I don't normally do this, but this might be the last episode of the series. I'm just seeing the long road ahead of me. Like if you go to the stage select screen, it looks like there might be like, I don't know, like 14 chapters or something. I think I'm just gonna beat this chapter and then I might just stop. I mean, I could rag on the voice acting 17 more times or the weird resource stuff that seems kind of pointless, but really, like, I'm actually not sure how to find, like, the fun in this game, which is weird as a Dynasty Warriors fan. I'm actually really baffled right now by everything. There was, like, an initial curiosity and wonder I had, because I like the ideas. I like some of the ideas they have here. Like, I really like their idea about, are they respawning closer to me as I get further away or something? I think they might have been. they only do it when I'm not looking that way, though? Did I imagine that? The, I don't know. I like the whole open world objective system where you do a bunch of different objectives that change the difficulty of the scenario, but the combat's like, I'm basically just doing one combo over and over again because I can't find anything else that's effective, and also there's barely really even any other combos. It's like an unusually not very satisfying Dynasty Warriors game so far. This might be it. I basically never cancel a playthrough, but I think that's going to be happening. Also, let's just go ahead and go to normal difficulty. Let's not deal with inflated health bars. Let's just wrap this up. This is... Boy, this is a nightmare. If you like it, I'm glad for you, I guess. But man, I'm about ready to go back to Samurai Warriors 4, or Warriors Orochi, or Hyrule Warriors, or any of the kind of fun ones. This is... Oh no. I think the bare minimum thing that could have saved it was at least having multiplayer so you and a friend can kind of screw around together at least. But I can't even do that. Oh boy. Oh boy. What did you do? It's the 9th game in the franchise, and this might actually be a bigger misstep than Resident Evil 6 was. A series that I coincidentally just aired. I just happened to air an episode of Resident Evil 6 to the day the series started, so that's a funny thing there. Whoa. I can't get a refund, by the way, because I've definitely played way more than 2 hours. But I feel weird about refunding stuff I make videos on anyway, because I technically make money off the videos. But yeah, this curiosity will be in my library now. I don't think I can bring myself to even do it in a Q&A context.
This land belongs to me now. No.
I think my takeaway is I wouldn't recommend this game at all. I had a decent impression the first hour before it had a time to wear on me because I was just really enamored by the objective system. I think that's cool. If you give me this type of map with the cool little objective stuff, but make the objectives make sense and also have the combat that's normal, and I don't know. Maybe not this map. Maybe don't undo the whole open world thing. I don't think they actually have any ideas that help the open world, but I do think that within the context of normal-sized Samurai and Dynasty Warriors maps, if they did the whole objective thing where you're like raising and lowering enemy levels and stuff like that, that's interesting. They could make that work. I kind of like the idea of like if you start at a certain level and you have to like raise your power over the course of a single run. So you need to get yourself to be more powerful, and you need to lower the enemy's power. Then you have a meta progression system within the run that makes it more interesting, because having a meta progression system within the mission and having a bunch of map control objectives is what makes Dynasty Warriors interesting, because the combat itself has never been the high point. But you still need to have a bare minimum level of satisfaction from the combat. In fact, I think that weirdly enough, I think that kind of progression system of you having to get more powerful mid-run and stuff like that, I think that happened in Dynasty Warriors 6? I think that happened in Dynasty Warriors 6, but that was also the one where they weirdly reduced weapon variety, and they did away with the normal XXXY combos to just give you an endless X combo. It's really weird. I think that they actually might have repeated the same mistake. Uh-oh. Earlier, chat asked about will I stream regularly. I don't generally like streaming. Mainly because I like being able to edit stuff down and stuff like that, and also streaming has this weird sense of being like you're chained to your computer for X amount of time, whereas I actually take breaks on a regular basis so I can maintain my sanity sometimes. and also dealing with fan feedback live can actually ruin things sometimes because some people just suck. So being able to have a buffer between comments and live is kind of nice sometimes. I kind of was just hoping maybe I could salvage this experience with like live stream stuff. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask them in the chat right now. I could use something to talk about while we very slowly mash my way down this hallway.
This land belongs to me now.
Interestingly, one of the things that kind of turned me on this game in particular is I was excitedly talking to somebody in the comments about Samurai Warriors 4, and that led to me looking at my series with Andrew for Samurai Warriors 4 that we did for a couple storylines basically, and man, the combat is so like rapid fire and satisfying, and you're just comboing down 5,000 enemies at once while completing 17 different objectives and warping around and just getting a bunch of just crazy stuff done, and it's just fun and hyperkinetic, and it's going too fast and making too little sense to actually for you to really think about it and ever stop to question what you're doing with your time or anything. But this game gives me this game's mostly downtime so far. So like I spend most of my time wandering around, or like if I want healing items, I need to get licorice, I guess. And I'm like, where do I get licorice? And the game actually makes it surprisingly difficult to even track it down. This licorice resource that I need to craft all of my healing items. And I'm like, can I just play? There's good open world and bad open world, and my favorite game of all of 2017 was probably Breath of the Wild. One of my favorite open world games of all time because of how well it used that open world, and you wanted to explore and navigate, and being able to navigate everywhere just gave you more and more options all the time. But actually, this game is more of like it's more like some of the worst Ubisoft games so far, where like the open world is less.
Belongs to me now.
The open world's less of a conduit to doing more stuff and more of a barrier between you and the stuff you want to do. Because once they add the open world, they're like, well, we'll add plants. Now you need to farm plants to get your most basic healing items so that you don't die. Why? I'm supposed to find, like, if I want to get a better weapon, do I have to find a bunch of obscure items in the environment? Like, having environmental stuff is fine, but you have to make getting the stuff fun, and I don't think that any part of using the open world is fun, and that's really unfortunate, because then if it's not fun in itself, then that means it can only be a barrier between the player and fun. It's only if it's not itself an entertaining thing, then it's just a thing that's between the player and entertaining things. Oops. Stop it. Did you play Dragon Quest Warriors 2? I avoided Dragon Quest Warriors in general because they were like threatening YouTubers over it or something if they played it. So I'm like, I'm not even gonna touch that. I've never even played a Dragon Quest game before, so I have no. It's already meaningless sort of nostalgia to me anyway. Whatever it's trying to play on. The RPG poll is like massively in favor of Kingdom Come Deliverance. Is that the name of that game? That game might be interesting, but I can't hold the idea of it in my head because I've never played it before. And so Kingdom Come Deliverance has the most shitty generic title ever, and it looks so generic. And it's just like, what is it? It's feudal, okay? What crazy deliberate like dividing features does it have? It's medieval or feudal or whatever. Like it has peasants and horses. So I'm like, I need to see something in this game that makes it stick in my mind because I've never seen a single thing from that game that has made it stick in my brain. It forcefully ejects itself from my brain every time I look at it afterwards. It's not a criticism of the game's gameplay or anything because I haven't played it yet. It's just because it's not a fantasy game. It's just a historical game. I need something to latch onto, and my lack of experience has made it so I have trouble remembering like the name of the game for a day at a time sometimes because all I have is that it's some kind of feudal game or something. My favorite Warriors character is Zhao Yun, which I thought was going to be a popular choice because he's on the cover and he's in the intro cinematic of every game, but no. He's like not only did Shu not win first place in the clan polls, but Zhou Yun got like 7th place in Shu, I want to say. Like, he's ranked really low within his own faction, which was a surprise to me. Oh, auto run. I did not. I thought I was going to be like an annoying cliche, liking the character that everyone else likes, but no. Apparently, I'm the only one that buys into the hype of the intro cinematic and everything, and plays that character, because I think he's great. He's fast. He has long range. He has a likable character. Like in a game that doesn't often heavily characterize its people. Also, by the way, if you, I want to point out that my characters are running past all of the bases, like Dion Wei and everyone. They're just sprinting past. Even the AI doesn't play this game correctly now. Is this Licorice? No. I think Zhou Yun, he's got a cool character design. He's fast. He has tons of reach, which is great, really satisfying for these giant AoE group stuff. Just a good character. He has some special condition stuff that's unique to his character, like rescuing the baby at the Battle of Chengban, and which means he rescues Liu Shan, which later becomes the replacement for Liu Bei when he grows old and dies. And although Liu Shan, I think he, if I remember correctly, he like leads what is at that point like a doomed Shu kingdom, and it's like it's not going to go anywhere at that point. I think doesn't he surrender for this so that his? I want to say that he surrenders to Cao Cao to rescue his people because he realizes that he can't win, and because they've always been about their defending their people. When he realizes that he's only going to be forced into a war that he can't win against somebody else that also perhaps cares about the future of the kingdom, I think he actually does just surrender. That horse just fell from the sky. I saw that. I think he does. I think Liu Bei and Zhuge Liang die, and then I think Liu Shan surrenders eventually, so that he can prevent further bloodshed. And then I think I want to say that the Wei province falls and is replaced ultimately by Jin, that ultimately runs the whole thing. I don't know. I haven't played a lot of Dynasty Wars games for a while because they're so unfriendly to Let's Playing that I haven't wanted to spend a lot of time with them because I've been busy with this stuff. So now I'm getting all foggy on things. Is this what we were looking for? I can do this. I can do this. I did it. I'm good at horsing. The anti-Dongzhuo coalition's called to arms. Level 20, I guess. I feel like I'm playing a really bad MMO that nobody else is playing. That's what it kind of feels like.
My lord, our men are being repelled by the forces of the enemy general, Hua Xiong, at Seshui Gate. As things stand, we have no chance of passing the gate.
What? It's one thing to struggle against Lu Bu, but how is it that we can't overcome Hua Xiong? Send in more men and overwhelm him with numbers!
But my lord, the front lines are low on provisions. Perhaps it would be better to send a supply unit and ensure sufficient supplies first.
What? Yuan Shu was supposed to be in charge of provisions. Ugh. He'd better not be sulking just because he hasn't been made leader.
Or maybe he is withholding supplies for a reason of his own.
My lord, this is a separate matter, but Dongzhuo's forces are looting a neighboring village. The villagers have requested our aid to stop them.
Quiet! Now is not the time for me to be worrying about some trifling matter.
Then, we will provide the village with our help.
Huh? Who are you again? Well, whatever. Your unit doesn't seem very large, so losing you shouldn't make much difference. I will leave the village in your hands. Show the villagers the benevolence of our coalition forces.
You were also with the Volunteer Corps during the campaign against the Yellow Turbans, were you not?
Ah, Master Cao Cao. I thank you for your aid the other day.
I admire your concern for the people. Still, this situation won't last. Surely you have other goals, other desires. Why did you agree to join the Coalition for this battle? I doubt that it was simply to save some tiny village that finds itself in trouble.
It is just as you say, Master Cao Cao. I wish to make a name for myself in this battle and gain more strength. That will enable me to help more ordinary people. I'm afraid this is a failing of mine. If I see anyone suffering, I cannot look the other way. But I must be moving on, if you will excuse me.
They're a rather odd bunch.
Yuan Shao considered the plight of the village to be a trifling matter. However, that Liu Bei fellow jumped at the chance to help them. On one hand, you slay Dong Zhuo and eliminate the source of the corruption. On the other, you save a village from plunder. It is hard to say which the people prefer.
I suppose so. Although one cannot afford to be caught up with what's happening right in front of them. You know how to step back and view the bigger picture.
Yes, I suppose I do. We simply need to remain on our path until we achieve our ultimate goal.
In that case, we should be going, my lord. Everybody's eagerly awaiting your orders.
Very well.
Our target is Luoyang. We shall slay the traitors Dong Zhuo and restore the Han Empire to its former glory.
Brave warriors who have gathered under my banner. Attack Luoyang and slay Dong Zhuo.
You hear that? See, nice little writing flourish there. And he was saying the word awaiting, but then he cut off the G and made it apostrophe N. So it was awaitin'. Because that's how you write naturalistic dialogue. Because that's so natural. This is really the Mass Effect Andromeda of Dynasty Warriors, where they took a franchise that had its fans and had its own purpose, and then they made it really big and really stilted and boring and slow, and everything takes too long, and nobody has a personality, and everything feels like it's occurring in slow motion, and all the things are spread out as far away from each other as possible. And there's 500 pointless tasks you can do instead of the good thing to do, but also when you get around to doing the good thing, it's really underwhelming and lacking in production values.
Together, rats are still rats. Don't think you're getting through Su Shui Gate.
It's actually amazing how much it feels comparable. Oh no. We gotta capture Sishui Gate, you guys. Because there's a conflict at Luoyang. Capture Hulao Gate. We've got to go capture Hulao Gate. But after we got to do Sishui Gate first, though. Because Hulao Gate's level 23 until I do that. This is... Oof. They gotta course correct, because this kind of thing is like a franchise ender, isn't it? This is the type of thing that people make that kills the franchise. Like, this is... Oh.
The Coalition Army's advance will be stopped here at Su Shui Gate. No one's getting by me.
This is what a war looks like in this game? Oh no. Attacking gates. Use rams to break through the gates. You can use siege towers to throw bridges into the castle and press... Yeah. Because like Dynasty Warrior 6 gets shit for its combat system being like too button mashy even by the franchise standards, but it had cool base attacking mechanics where you would like have to destroy all their siege weapons and protect the ladder guy. You had to establish a base in front of... You had to establish an attacking base in front of the gate, protect the people working on the ladder, then they would run up with the ladder.
More dirty tricks.
Everyone, stop them in their tracks!
Who is that guy and what's up with his hair? He looks like that one fat guy from Naruto. Like, you had to protect the ladder guys, they'd build the ladder, then once they had the ladder built, you had to protect them as they approached the wall. Then they'd put the ladder on the wall. You could then climb the ladder to get on top of the wall to take out all of their archers and ballistas that were defending the wall. And that made it so they could then build the battering ram, so you would defend them building the battering ram and its approach, and then the battering ram would beat down the entire wall. And it's like, oh yeah, base destroying mechanics. I liked attacking enemy bases in Dynasty Warriors 6. There was fun mechanics in that game. It's just that the part where you hit the buttons was... Like, the combat still felt satisfying on impact, it's just that the buttons you were pressing were really monotonous, so it's like you weren't even thinking as much as you normally do, was the problem. But this one, I don't know, man. I don't think there's an upside to this one. It's Gonsung Zan! I know his name! This franchise has never deemed Gonsung Zan to be important enough to get his own character model, but I know who he is because he's the guy that currently is ordering around Zhou Yun, because he's not a member of... Zhou Yun's not a member of Shu yet. During the Battle of Hulao Gate, Zhou Yun is the officer below Gonsung Zan, who I'm sure I'm mispronouncing the name of anyway, but yeah.
The enemy is on its way here. Take defensive positions.
So if you play as Zhou Yun in this scenario in a lot of the previous ones, you'll actually just like, you won't be with any of the named officers. You'll just be standing around this one generic guy called Gonsung Zan that keeps ordering you around, and you're like, who is this guy? They don't even give him a face. He doesn't have a face or a voice. He's just a dude. I just knocked him off the entire roof. Uh-oh. I think somebody said Choji. I think that is the name of the character from Naruto I'm thinking of. That's the weird spike hair. Oh, how did you make me feel bad things about Dynasty Warriors? I like Dynasty Warriors 6 so much that I, like, even though it was the bad one, that I beat like 20 different characters' campaigns in it. It was still good enough. But this is... oh no. This one hurts. Hey, guy that fell off, how you doing? Can I lock onto you, please? The lock-on doesn't work. There we go. It takes, like, many attempts to establish a lock-on sometimes, because even the most basic mechanic doesn't work, I guess? How'd they do that?
Your time's up.
I should not have used Muso on him.
This is bad.
He actually was kind of not
there is no one
that durable.
to give orders to the archers.
Without me, how will they know to shoot people with their bows? It's all they gotta do. It's the one thing they do.
Excellent, Shahodu.
I need to order them to stand on this wall and shoot the guys that aren't us. They'll never figure it out. So is the canonical thing that just the protagonist is the only person that figured out what a grappling hook is, basically? And like we're a real maverick? Oh, there he is. What's wrong with you? What is up with your hair?
Defend this position. Do not allow a single enemy through.
Guy, I think you accidentally put your jockstrap on your head.
You're finished.
Oh, he's really... wow, he died. Shoot. Oh, right, I have a 2 times multiplier on my damage right now. That's why I was flashing red.
The coalition army was a lot tougher than I thought.
Yeah, you're in trouble if the number of people that are attacking you can be summarized as being a coalition. You may not be very popular.
Turned out nicely.
So we took it, right? Yeah, now it's time to capture Hulao Gate.
Going, cousin.
Hulao Gate's now level 18. And I'm almost level 21. And I'll keep leveling up by hitting all these dudes. Level me. I'm actually not really getting any kills.
We move.
The time has come.
I gambled $60 and I lost. That's the takeaway, right? Hey, it's the Shu army. They're guarding some dudes somewhere. Is Zhao Yun on the map anywhere? Does he even get to be on the map yet? Or does he even exist? So far, the two things I like is I like the objective system, and I like their characterization of Yuan Shao.
All units march.
I like that he's just relentlessly a shithead, which I think they kind of did in the previous games, but in this one he's in this game he's oh god, that's an objective that probably helped. He sounds like he reminds me of Count Olaf from the Netflix version of the Series of Unfortunate Events series, where he's just relentlessly, his character trait, like Count Olaf is just hilariously evil, and he just declares his evil to other people out loud. Like he's not even, he does subtle, saying he's not subtle isn't even accurate. It's like he somehow is proud of it out loud and wants people to know about it. And like Yuan Shao is like, huh, your unit's small, it won't matter if you die. And he says that to the person. It's like, I love that. I love that. Unfortunately, it's the only hint of personality in any of the cutscenes. I was gonna say they ruined Zheng He, but that wasn't Zheng He. That was some guy named Zia something that just looked a lot like Zheng He. I was worried. I thought that was him. I'm like, he's supposed to be he's supposed to be asking whether the army is beautiful. You can't accuse me of not giving this game the benefit of the doubt. I was really positive for like an hour, but then eventually it wore me down and the dam broke, and I'm like, oh, it hurts. What's happening? No. I'm just concerned about the fact that I've been playing this game for like... I've been playing for like 3 hours now, I want to say. And I'm not done with Hulao Gate yet. Which would be fine if they're gonna have, if it's gonna be full of like crazy detail and new story that fleshes it out. But I think that there's actually more story detail for this scenario in the shorter games, like the later ones, like 7 and 8 or something.
You're here to help? Thank you so much.
So it's actually just stretched beyond belief. It's not more detailed, which is what I would hope for. Goodbye.
Just finished.
So if you're seeing this, and you were looking, if you thought this was going to be your entry point into the franchise, go play one of the Warriors Orochi's game if you really want to go full weird. But for Dynasty Warriors, play like Dynasty Warriors 8, and for Samurai Warriors, play like 4. And those are an improvement. I'm trying to imagine the brain and like the outlook of somebody who likes this game, and I'm trying to view it. It's an interesting thought process to like. It's like trying to figure out the people who like No Man's Sky. It's like a thing I think about sometimes. It's a bit easier to think of those people, honestly. I can kind of imagine the people that like No Man's Sky. Like, okay, you just like flying around the colorful platform, weird, undetailed worlds and grinding forever. Okay. Well, I will say is that the pressure's going to be on for that Kingdom Come game, because if I'm canceling this series early, then I'm probably going to be just jumping right into that. And if they blow it too, then I'm going to be not happy. Come here. Oh, my Muso's full. That's why it won't let me pick it up.
Forward! Show the enemy no mercy!
There's such a cloud of names. Oh yeah, Yuan Shao's in it. He's level 29? It's like we're expected to win no matter what. My allies are higher level than my enemies at the beginning of the scenario. Weird. What do levels mean in this game, I wonder? Now I'm just curious what they're going for. Do I have to go back that way? Defeat Dong Zhuo, who is positioned at Luoyang. That's the main objective. Defeat Dong Zhuo's forces and assist the peasant infantry. Do I actually need to go back there and help still? I thought we were going to capture Hulao Gate. Guard the village. Is not done yet? Oops. Oops. I'm sorry. I thought we did that. Will I play a good Dynasty Warriors game after? Someday I might get around to just having like a stream where I just burn through a Dynasty Warriors game, having fun and all that. I'm not planning on doing a Let's Play anytime soon. I've specifically avoided the series because I thought they were like kind of un-Let's Playable. But I thought this might be an exception, and I was just so curious what they were doing with this game. But unfortunately, not only did they not improve the presentability of the series to audiences, but also it's like not... It's also not serving my purposes of being fun as a video game or a Dynasty Warriors game, and that hurts. That hurts. That's never happened before. Also, that's just brand new. I've never had the Dynasty Warriors game feel like this before. Get out of here, that guy.
This cannot be happening.
New fool for you.
My friends are all dead. Am I finished too?
Well, that guy got really morbid. Way to remind us all that we're in a war.
Such great strength. I'm pulling back for now.
All right, nice going, cousin.
No, I wanted to see Xiao Yuan and Huang Zhong have their archer battle.
Please,
Where it's the battle of the two overweight archer men that are gonna archer at each other on that one mountain. Is that Chengdu? I'm having trouble remembering scenario names.
Very lives.
Pull the whip. There we go. I'm like, I forgot which stick with the pull weapon out was for a moment there again. Whoops.
You've come to save the village. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, my bad, dude. I walked in to save your village, then I left awkwardly. Just kind of walked away. Whoops.
You saved everyone in the village. This is our most precious treasure.
Oh, they're already dead.
Huh. Things turned out nicely.
Excellent, Shahodun.
I don't see how the Empire's version would be better. The Empire's version is usually the exact same gameplay, but there's a weird map where you do stuff on it. But the gameplay's not fun. The map's also not fun, but like, yeah, there's not a good part of this game that can be saved by changing part of the game, but not the other part of the game. They kind of just need to, kind of all needs more work. I wonder what went wrong with this one. Like why they ended up with what they ended up with. It's weird. Oh, time for a long trek. Feel free to ask questions in chat, because I am going to be not pressing anything for a while, really.
Our target has been determined. Capturing that area will deflate their morale.
Oops, I held it slightly too long. I'm failing at the only part of the gameplay I'm actually doing. Whoops. Alright, that's some good auto-pathing. I can't even be surprised by that, though. That's honestly a franchise-wide thing. This is like the first time we've been given the pathing that the NPCs use, but they will totally run into walls and on their way towards something. I think this game has a season pass. Oof. Oof. Oh no. That's hard to think about. That's some bad. That's not good news. The DLC would not fix this game. Because that DLC fixing the game would imply that lack of content's the problem.
Excellent, Shahodun.
What has been your favorite indie game you played on the channel? That's too vague. That's way too vague. Because games that qualify as indie have been like a significant percentage of all the games on the entire channel, honestly. And favorite is just already too much, just going too far, I think. Like, favorite's already rough, because then you're just, like, picking one, and I find that whenever I think about favorites, I pick a different thing, like, every day. Like, what's your favorite band? Like, I find that when I'm asked questions about favorite stuff, it's more, I give less of an honest answer and more of, like, an answer I've just grown familiar and comfortable with. Like, what's your favorite band? The Pixies. What's your favorite movie? The Dark Crystal. And it's like, it's not always true. I prefer other stuff sometimes at different times, and there's some movies I might consider better, and I can't like pick them out. Like I would say a good movie a good game I played last year was Night in the Woods. Night in the Woods is a good game. Pyre is a good game. Pyre, aka NBA Jam, the visual novel. What a bizarre game. I did not know what I was getting myself into. I thought that was going to be a turn-based tactical RPG all the way up until I was like an hour into it, and I was like, when does this tutorial end and the tactical RPG game start? I'm like, oh, this is actually what the game is. I've just been horribly wrong. I'm the uninformed one. No, I'd rather not go back to War Tile. I thought War Tile was actually really boring. You were just dragging people at stuff, and then they were auto-attacking, and that was the whole game. And it's like, maybe it gets a little better eventually, but like, no. War Tile is... And they're also making you replay the same level over and over again, but like in different directions. Like, War Tile might be a little compelling for some people, and... might not be actively bad, but I don't see myself making any sort of entertaining series out of that game. Alright, Lubu, let's see your amazing introduction.
There's only one of them! Don't pull back! Crush him now!
Among men, red hair among horses. That's him.
Let's get out of here! There's no way we will survive!
No.
Sorry about that. Somebody was out the door. And they didn't know I was streaming because I never stream. They're about to make a bunch of noises that would be bad for the audio, but I don't know if it even would pick up in here. They're going to blend stuff in the next room. Alright, let's get back to it.
Is just beyond
I'm
Punake.
about to defeat
But
Lu
first,
Bu.
he has to fight the demon Lu Bu.
Wow, wait, is defeating Lu Bu actually a mandatory objective? Weird. Aren't you, like, explicitly not supposed to be able to beat him at this point in the game? He's level 12. Wait, is he...
It seems the enemy has an excess of strategic positions. They won't mind if we take this one.
Did he get... Why is he... He's like... He got lower level than last time I saw him.
This is the perfect opportunity to strike.
What do levels mean? Oh, he's got infinite hyper armor again. That was awkward.
Stop our forces. Bind them with our fury.
I'm gonna get him. Bad idea, bad idea.
They will never pass Hulao Gate. Attack from the walls
Ow.
and wipe them out.
Ow.
You're
You have courage to stand before
It's the unbeatable
but
Lu
no
Bu.
mere insects such as yourself.
Look how
will
hard
pass
he is to
through
fight.
Hulao Gate.
The enemy is going to attack
This is
us
actually
here.
weird.
Everyone prepare to defend this spot.
He's like not really even fighting me.
It's time to take the attack to the enemy. Forward! It's time to take the attack to the enemy. Forward!
How did you guys not get Lu Bu right? I'm so concerned now. Are you guys okay at Omega Force? You all alright? Ow. He eventually fought back. Ow. Okay, that hurts. Oh shit. Was he able to do that the whole time? Wait, he's like charging at me.
To attack us here.
That's terrifying.
Everyone prepare to defend this
Okay.
spot.
Hello. Bad news. What? Oh. Oh, was that a mid-air attack? Because he knocked me in the air? I haven't seen that before. Hey, there. Wait. There's meat buns everywhere now. Was the definition of hard mode that they turn off the meat buns? Because when I was in hard mode, there weren't meat buns anywhere, and now I'm picking up items that heal me. That's what I was hoping for the whole time.
You're finished.
It's time to take the attack to the enemy. Forward!
Lu Bu, where you going? What are you doing? Ow! What you up to? You doing a thing? You gonna do a thing? You, Lu Bu, what are you doing? You doing a thing? Ow! He's just standing around most of the time. It's so weird. He'll eventually hit me a little bit, but it's just really weird to watch. Ow, by the way. Ow, that's not how you heal. Ow, missed that prompt. Okay, now he's suddenly getting really hard. Ow. Jesus. Oh, wait.
You're finished.
The enemy is going to attack us here. Everyone prepare to defend this spot.
A lot of the time, there's really not any reason not to just kind of spam your offensive techniques a bit. Last health bar of Lu Bu. Ow. Ow. He occasionally remembers that he can fight. This is weird. This is not Lu Bu. You also normally aren't told to defeat him, because of course you can't defeat him. That's the whole point. But in this one, the game just tells you to outright. Ow. I didn't get my Y prompt that time.
You're finished.
Oh, I was getting prepped to use my Muso attack. I even used a spirit thing, but then he just died. I guess I'll just take it out on all these guys. Hey, crowd.
Pull-out gate open? What's going on?
How could I be beaten by losers who could not even defeat Dong Zhuo? Next time we meet, your lives will be over.
I'm confused. Did the guy who voiced Lu Bu never hear Lu Bu ever?
Lu Bu has been defeated.
Like, you just look up a YouTube clip and you can know what he sounds like. He's voicing Lu Bu like he's Zhou Yun, basically. Weird.
Such impressive might. I must begrudgingly respect your ability.
Why am I getting fan mail from Zheng Liao?
All right, nice going, cousin.
Also, I apologize to the stream audience. The stream seems to be falling apart constantly and just failing. I don't know. I'm not a streamer. And it's one of the reasons why is my internet constantly just shits itself, it seems. It doesn't seem consistent enough to be a proper streaming experience. Now we're gonna take Dong Zhuo. I was say Hulao Gate, but it's not what's happening, actually. Like in previous Dynasty Warriors, if Lu Bu is not the objective, you're supposed to run away from him. And if you do defeat him, you're probably defeating him by doing some really crazy, like when people talk about cheesing a Dark Souls fight that they can't beat. Like, that's kind of how it feels to beat Lu Bu. You're usually like, it feels like you're breaking the game when you do it, because you have to go to such crazy lengths to even succeed. That's because you're not supposed to beat him. And then the big catharsis is that when you beat every campaign, you usually unlock the Lu Bu campaign. And in Lu Bu's campaign, you get to kill everyone in the world. Canonically, Lu Bu loses the Battle of Hulao Gate and ultimately kind of just dies in obscurity, and nothing really happens with him again. But if you play as Lu Bu, they do a non-canonical playthrough usually where he just gets to kill off every single other general of the entire world one by one, and no one can stop him. Like some sort of absurd, like, Deadpool comic or something.
The front gates are being protected by fences. The Rams aren't making much progress.
Oh no, fences, what'll I do? Maybe I should jump inside the gate and just open it from in here. Can I do that? And just open it from this side?
Reporting.
I think I can do that, actually.
Reinforcements have arrived for the mountain base.
Ta-da! It's open.
Destroy the enemy. I won't let anyone.
See, all you need was a grappling hook and to run a little bit faster than everybody, since they don't really fight back very well. All right, well that gate's open.
Destroy the enemy. I won't let anyone.
Fascinating.
Advance.
Just fascinating.
Destroy the enemy. I won't let anyone thwart our advance.
I think that's another one of the reasons why it always feels like it always feels canonical to play as Shu, is because Lu Bu gets wiped out by by Liu Bei and his blood brothers, and it's just really satisfying. Otherwise, you're just some dude that fights them, which I guess is fine. How will we get inside this keep that has a gaping wide open door? They're all trailing behind slowly. What, Zhang Fei, why aren't you with your blood brothers? Why are you up here? You're with the wrong people. What are you doing? What are you doing? Look at yourself. Get your life together. Captain of Defense is like...
Do not allow
he's the captain of defense and he like can't get out of he can't like get out of a picnic table. He's like stuck in it. Toing.
The key to this battle will be the use of siege weaponry. Then, we must begin by protecting the battering rams.
You guys don't need battering rams. I already opened the door. You guys should really acknowledge. Maybe you should acknowledge that in your programming that I opened the door. Anyway, I'm gonna go open this door now.
Say,
would you? I did it. There you go. Dongzhuo, your base is impenetrable. We'll never be able to break in. Why is the grappling hook should not be in this game? It aggressively doesn't make sense. Like how do base sieges even work when this isn't it? You can just walk in.
We shall defend
I'm
this
so
position.
confused.
Do not allow a single enemy through.
How did they? Chat's asking, how did they get to 9 games? Who's buying this shit over and over again? Well, the games before this had an audience. They did a thing right. They did a thing well, and if you liked that thing, then there you go. I don't think this one does anything well though. This one's a weird nightmare. It's so weird. Hey Dongzhuo, how you doing?
We shall defend this position. Do not allow a single enemy
He
through.
fell. That's awkward. Oh, my combo just whoa, there wasn't a finisher. It just canceled. I didn't know you could do that. Ow, ow, ow. I win.
You can have Luo Yan. We'll retreat to Jiangnan.
We have slain the traitor Dongzhuo and reclaimed control over Luoyang. This is a famous victory! Sing out in triumph, men!
I will never forget this. I am not through yet.
All right! Nice going, cousin!
Lu Bu, will you break our oath? Is this how you repay me?
Our oath? Ah, don't make me laugh. This is where you must die.
You damn minx! You planned this, didn't you?
This is too good a resting place for that swine. From now on, I walk the path I choose to walk. Can no one find the Imperial seal yet? Now that no one knows where the Emperor is, it is imperative that, as a loyal retainer of the Han Court, I secure that treasure. Find it at once!
How dare he prattle on, as if he has ever achieved anything in his life. With Dongzhuo dead, and the Emperor gone, there is no point in staying here in Luoyang. The tyrant's death has thrown the land into even deeper chaos. This is the perfect opportunity for me to seize Jin Province and Jiandong. You just watch. It will not be you who laughs last, Chao, but I, inheritor of the true spirit of the noble Yuan clan.
I will just now narrate my evil plans right next to you.
The Imperial seal's gone missing. Hey, do you think, if I found it, that'd make me the Emperor?
What are you talking about? I'm going home, before someone instigates another mad uprising.
Dongzhuo perpetuated the chaos in the land following the Yellow Turban's rebellion. However, he was not its cause. He merely used it to his advantage. The Han has influence, but no real power anymore. In order to quell this chaos, someone must rise up with new ideals and spread them across the land. However, most of those with power are not content to stop there, and seek to satisfy their greediest desires instead. They will only serve to deepen the chaos. Therefore,
Master Cao Cao, preparations to move our forces are in place.
What just
Where will
happened?
our destination be?
we will go to Xuchang. I require even greater strength if I am to realize my goals.
You're facing the wrong way. Turn around.
The plan to assassinate Dongzhuo was thwarted by Master Lu Bu. The coalition army,
They're
for which we
just
used
saying,
Yuan Shao,
they're just
also
explaining
failed
the
to defeat
story to
Dongzhuo.
us. They're just explaining
In
it
the
note
end,
for
was
note.
Master Lu Bu who slew Dongzhuo, in confusion over the relocation of the capital
It's
to
like
Shan'an.
it's like a high school play where they're like narrating
Cao
like
Cao
the
seems
life
to be
of
doing all
times
the
of Julius
legwork,
Caesar,
and Lord
and
Lu
then
Bu
he
ends
got
up
up
taking all
and
the
went
glory.
to the bathroom.
This is a
and
truly
he
pitiful
got the
state of
purple robe
affairs.
because it was his favorite robe.
I am
But
starting
I
to
am
have
going
my
to
doubts
poison
whether he
his
can
robe.
Really get anything
This
done.
is my plan.
In this age of chaos, we need a man who can rise above all others.
And like they
And
turned their
I
backs
need
to him.
someone
Did they like?
who can help me realize my own
did they
grand
Did they not want to make
ambitions.
eye contact with Chen Gong? He's walking up and they turned away from him. I'm like, oh shit, cold shoulder. What? Holy shit! This is literally worse storytelling than the first one, Dynasty Warriors 2 on the PlayStation 2, which looked like shit and sounded like shit. Oh, I quit. Oh look, we can play as Jian Wei. Oh look, we can play as Dio Chen. Oh look, we can play as Lu Bu. I don't want to. I don't feel like it anymore. You heard it. Holy shit. Oh my god. They keep going. Da 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 da. Oh boy. I'm quitting. I can't. 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 Holy shit.
Compared to other lands,
This is my character motivation. Now this is the story. Wow, we need to do this thing, but how will we do this thing? This is how we will do this thing. That is the entire story. I don't have personality or dialogue or characters. I am only plot. This is the thing we will do now. This keep needs to be fallen. We need to take down this keep. How will we do that? There's a bad guy in it. Oh no. We'll go through the back door. We did it. It's like a really it's like if you took a Bill Wirtz comic where it's old, it's just a Bill Wirtz animation where it's like the history of Japan or the history of everything, I guess, and it's just explanation, and that's the whole video. But you remove all of the comedy and charm from it, and it's just the bare bones, super uninteresting, low detail plot. All right, let's quit this game and uninstall it. That's a big game too. It's like, I think it was like 40 gigs. Oh. How you guys doing, stream? How you doing? I'm gonna lower the bitrate of the video if it'll let me, because it seems to be failing constantly, but I don't think my internet will fix that necessarily. Oh man, how did you ruin Dynasty Warriors? Whew. Let's look up cutscenes. Dynasty. Oops. Dynasty Warriors 8 cutscenes. In English. All shoe event cutscenes. Let's just load this up at random. Hey look, it's a cutscene from Dynasty Warriors, which was 8, the previous game.
Come on! You can do better than that!
Look, it's the previous game! He's not reading from a script, he knows his line.
But they're mere peasants, driven to this by starvation, pain, and suffering. How can we just...
Well, if you're that soft, you won't be able to keep the vow you just made.
Indeed. Now that we are sworn brothers, you need greater strength of spirit.
Yes, you are right.
Like, it's always been awkwardly localized weird shit, but like, it was some fun camp shit.
Life, with our might and our honor, we shall end this chaos.
Let us go, my sworn brothers.
Hey, did you guys notice how the song in the background matched the scene that was playing? Like, it was timed so that the thing would rise during the climactic part of the scene, instead of the scenes we've had in Dynasty Warriors 9, where like there's just a bunch of scenes where like some guy is like having a press meeting and like heavy metal's playing the whole time.
You would kill me and persecute my children. You believe that will bring back your lost heaven, perhaps?
You guys, it's a cutscene.
I know nothing of heaven.
This is a real cutscene where animations exist.
Nor do I wish to cut you down.
And camera angles.
Or hurt your people. Causing discord is a crime. But the human heart can both forgive and atone for such acts.
Unfortunately, the dialogue's stilted because they're trying to lip
preach
sync
the
it,
way
which is
of
like,
peace.
oh no, stop. Don't try to lip sync it.
Cast aside violence and lead the people with your heart.
Oh, my lord! You are a great man indeed. I see now that I am meant to follow your teachings.
Oh, yes. I never thought of it like that.
This is the dumbest game, and I love it.
How naive!
No, this is the way. Look at the happy faces of the people.
Wow, that's great! Wonderful! Well, you might be right.
Ha! Our sworn brother has taken the first step on his long journey.
It really, the comparison to Mass Effect Andromeda is way more apt than I thought. All the way down to the part where like, did they really fight him again? Or is this a different variation or something?
How awful.
Ploop. Just gonna skip ahead randomly. Because yeah, in Mass Effect Original Trilogy, you'd had
Find
like
a place for
cutscenes with camera angles and acting, and
he is in your hands now.
It was a designed cutscene, and then in Andromeda, it was just a bunch of random like. It was just people standing still and the camera being really far away as like stilted dialogue plays, and like this actually was the transition that happened here. The old Dynasty Warriors games had cutscenes. This one is like people will stand still and monologue
so
you
at nothing.
are Master Zhuge Liang, the famed strategist.
Master Zhou Yu. All is as I outlined in the scroll I sent you.
Oh, so formal. We are to talk of fighting together. We must be more open. Isn't that right, my lord?
Exactly right, Lu Su. I read your scroll. A proposal that will certainly be of benefit to both yourself.
Let's just spoil the entire story of Dynasty Warriors right now. Just at random. I don't know. I've made whatever semblance of a point I'm gonna make. If anyone likes it, whatever, it's fine. Go ahead.
Will you aid us?
Holy shit!
In the creation of a land of benevolence.
This doesn't really get the point across, though. So I should probably load up like, whatever. You can check out our various other playthroughs, like on Andrew's channel here, the Sad Games. We have a Samurai Warriors playthrough, and we were having fun with that. And I had a decent amount of fun with Hyrule Warriors. There's footage out there if you want to see or play the previous games, but this one, oh boy, I don't know how they did that. But bye.